Well, it's Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day brings out a very good film that I've been waiting for this specific day, and that is A Good Day to Die Hard. And this film is very important for many reasons. One, it's the 5th film in the Die Hard franchise. 2, Arnold and Stallone's 2 films at the start of the year, bombed spectacularly in the box office. And 3, this is kind of like Bruce Willis is kind of sort of trying to hold on the torch for those like expendable sort of co-hosts and whatnot. And he might still just pass the torch to someone else, because this was just not a Die Hard film at all. Now, before all of you start typing in saying, oh, you're wrong, blah 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 blah, I'll just point out what I loved. The car chase, there was some good explosions, some stunt work, and some sort of good use of like weaponry. And the 2 chicks, McClane's daughter, very hot, and then you got the other chick, again hot, but sometimes a wee bit meaningless. That's basically all I like. I would also kind of like to say that the son of John McClane, John McClane Jr., I can see him being maybe the new face of Die Hard, of the Die Hard franchise. I'm not so sure yet, probably need to see him in another wee film or whatnot, but he was pretty alright, he was good. He had a couple of issues to it, which I will touch on. But that's basically just what I kind of really liked about the film. Now to what I really hate about the film. First one, very importantly, is the villains. Villains as in, like, there was multiple villains in this film. And it was getting quite confusing to know who is actually the main freaking villain in this whole film. Like, one point it'll be this guy, then it'll be this guy, then it'll be like that guy over there, it'll be the guy in the coffee shop, it'll be the guy that's not in this film, but don't worry, he's probably a villain somewhere around there. They're clogging too much villains into this one film, and none of them are really memorable in a way, which is quite sad, because every Die Hard film you at least have a villain that you remember. My favourite one that I remember is the cyber guy from Die Hard 4, because I recognise him from other things, but he was memorable than most of the villains in this film. Secondly, I thought, as much as I did say I liked some of the stunts and the action and whatnot, it was a bit more too dramatic at times, and I thought it's a bit too much to kind of hold, and that could not happen in real life, not even in a sort of movie form. There's no way that could possibly happen. Too much looking like a Michael Bay film for my liking. Thirdly is, really, the third one is Bruce Willis, and the reason I say that is because he's too indestructible. He acts more like a superhero in this film. Like, there is a spoiler, right? Spoiler. This happens kind of mostly at the start of the film, and it's what I kind of said, like I like the car chase, is Bruce Willis gets into a truck, chases this armoured tank or whatnot. Tank fires something, and then the truck ends up flipping like 8 to 12 times. Bruce Willis comes out unscathed, no blood, no scratches or whatnot, unscathed, probably just a wee bit sore. Gets into a car, then somehow stops the villain and then crashes the car, and yet he still comes out unscathed. It's really, and then there's this whole they're running, they're jumping off things, they're crashing into things. His son takes quite a bit of injury, and yet he walks around still fine, like he can still go out partying or whatnot. And then the thing is the whole of the brother and son, no, not the brother and son, father and son chemistry, which is pretty bad, because the son is a whiny little git, and the father does not help it at all. He's kind of like saying, no, what you doing, blah blah, what are you doing, yeah. It's like, we didn't really need to see this in a film, and especially in a Die Hard film. And then this is where I come to the main nail in the coffin. This was not a Die Hard film at all. They decided, my theory is, right, Bruce Willis saw the script for this film and like, yes, I like it. He then heard that Arnold and Sylvester Stallone's film weren't really that good, and decided, right, we need to change this, right? What we'll do is we'll just add another character, we'll just change it slightly, we'll just change my character name to John McClane, and then what we'll do is we'll just slap Die Hard in the title. No one will notice, and you'll make millions. And that's probably the saddest point, it will make millions. And you know what, I am absolutely freaking gutted about this, because I was looking forward to this film because it was out on Valentine's Day. I was like, do you know what, I don't need no stinking girl, I'm just going to go to the cinema to watch some good old Die Hard, you know, John McClaneism, and have a freaking good time. I probably had a better time doing absolutely F all, if I have to be fair. Well, should you see this film, there's no point, it's a Die Hard film, right? You've splashed Die Hard on the title, people are going to go and see this. There's already going to be a 6th one, you know, going to come out, probably not next year, maybe the year after. But it's too late to stop it, and I probably think a lot of people have already seen it by the time this review has gone up live.